as I promise to always bring you guys videos on topics most people are so uncomfortable to talk about. Most people really want their guests to stop doing things like this, but they really do not know how to go about it. And that's why I am here to break the coconut without beating around the bush. So you can just share this video to that your ex-students group, to that your family group, so you can indirectly pass your message without calling names. You get what I mean? As the saying goes, respect isn't optional in somebody's house. If you don't pay the bills in the house you're living in, maybe as a family member, friend, co-worker, it doesn't matter your relationship with the host or the owner of the house. This is definitely for you. And here is what you should not be doing if you don't pay the bills. If you are living rent-free, the very first thing you should not be doing is don't be lazy. In a house where you don't pay the bills, I don't see any reason why you should sleep and wake up at 9 a.m., 10 a.m. when the real owner of the house has gone out as early as 7 a.m. In fact, you actually should be the very first person up in that house. This shows your host that you are an early bird, and of course you are not lazy, even though you and I know you're pretending. But still, you have to put up that act to buy time with them. Once you get your own place, if you like, sleep till the next day. No one is going to question you. If you find yourself in a typical African home, I would advise you wake up early in the morning and look for all those big black pots, something like this. Those ones they use to cook food like cocky corn chaff and stuff like that. Brush those pots in and out so it should be shining in a way that somebody can look their faces on them like mirror. This is just to show your host that you're productive. Wait, normally you and I know saying a lazy person you be, you get. The next thing you should not be doing if you're living in a rent-free house is don't act like you own the place. You see people who live in a rent-free house, they like to laugh with their mouth wide open anyhow, like they have no worries. They will also sneeze, fart or mess anyhow, like with no respect, with the excuse of gas no get toilet. Like just move a step, just move and do all of that. If you don't pay the rent, I don't see any reasons why you should be acting like the landlord or the landlady. You should not be talking in the living room with your voice very loud. In fact, you should maintain a proper tone. You can't be on course and your voice is so loud and waking up kids in that house. Or maybe you are on your phone scrolling on TikTok with a very loud volume. Maybe you are in the living room and blasting music like it's your concert hall when the real owner is thinking of how to pay your bills. No, it's not done. You should be respectful when you are living rent-free. Or you sitting in the living room with your dirty legs on the couch with some popcorn and TV remote feeling like some crown king. Maybe they just sold the house to you. This is so disrespectful even in their absence. Number 3 thing you should not be doing if you're living rent-free is don't waste water and electricity. You can't be staying in a house where you don't pay the bills and you sleep at night with the lights on with that excuse of you can't sleep at night while the light is off. Meanwhile, your host is sleeping with their lights off at night. You really need to learn how to sleep with the lights off at night, because which is the no that house. Now, why you request for that house may they host you? Your host can't be sleeping with their lights off and you're sleeping with your lights on. Like, there are some rules when you go to somebody's house. You do what they do and not what they say. And again, you'll be blasting the AC or fan like there is no tomorrow when you don't even pay for the bills. All of these are not free. Someone is actually paying for those bills, and it's of course not you, it's your host, and it's not funny. And the thing is, they actually wishes to use those things as you do, but the thought of paying the bills won't let them, so they have to manage. That's why you see they manage water, they manage electricity. If they are going out, they switch off the fan, they switch off the AC, like they switch off everything they have to switch off just to economize their bills. And you can't. No, you go park, like you go park, because Ashanofi can carry Kenja. And you know the irony of this? People who consume like that in other people's houses, they can't even try 1/4 in their own houses. Like, is that not pure wickedness and selfishness? Like, tell me in the comment section, is that not wickedness? And on that note, please subscribe to the channel. If the next thing you should not do if you're living rent-free is don't be dirty. I know there are some people who can be dirty and smelly and they take that to somebody else's house. Like, how can you be dirty and be poor at the same time? That one will be double wahala for dead body. You actually need to learn how to be clean and also clean after yourself. If you use anywhere in that house, maybe the kitchen, washroom, living room, keep it spotless, clean it as you go. In fact, wash your own plate after eating, except maybe you are in a house where they do all the dishes at once, but still endeavor to assist. That shows some sense of responsibility. Always make sure you arrange your things in one place. Don't be messy. Some people can be messy, eh? Your host shouldn't be the one to be picking up your dirty socks, your dirty dresses on the floor. Keep your things in one place. Arrange them. As an adult, no one should even be telling you to be clean. Clean the house you don't pay the bills. From time to time, pick up the brush, broom, vacuum cleaner, whichever one that is available. Clean the house you live in. Mop if possible. Like your one hand no go cut if you do all of those things. Those little house chores you do actually matters a whole lot. Your hands can't be weak financially and also be weak physically to assist in the house. Do those things to show some gratitude and appreciation. If you have watched this video right up to this point, please do consider to leave a comment in the comment section, like the video and subscribe to the channel for more reality talks like this. Let's continue. Number 5 thing you don't have to do if you're living rent free or if you don't pay the bills is don't disrespect the rules or people you met in that house. You all will agree with me that every house do have their own rules to be followed. Likewise, in your own house, you also have your own rules to be followed as well, right? Maybe your rules were quiet time, visiting time, time to do house chores, TV time, or nap time, all of that. So you also have to follow your host rules or whoever you're staying with. Talking about following house rules, I can vividly remember when we were still in school, and once it's holidays, my mom would send us to my auntie's place. So at my auntie's place, she has her own rules to be followed, which was actually a very nice one. But if you are not used to somebody's house, like someone you are not staying with all the time, like we usually go there only for holidays. At her house, she has her rules, which was prayer time, time to take breakfast, time for lunch, dinner time, and all of that, which was perfect. And it was her own rules too. So all of that has to be followed. Even in her absence, we still need to follow all of those rules. The worst one was when it was prayer time because everybody has to wake up at 5 a.m. It's not actually worse, it's a good thing. But then waking up at 5 a.m. was a big deal. And even now, it's still a big deal for most of us, even though we are all adults and maybe mothers and fathers, right? Once it's prayer time, everyone has to be up in her house. I'm talking about those days, even now, but of course, now we are all grown up and matured. Like we know how to play around to avoid all of those, you get what I mean? Yeah. So those days when it was time for prayers, everybody has to be up. When it was breakfast, lunch, dinner, everybody at the same time, which was a good thing. But it became a problem for us because we were not used to following rules like that. You get. So when it was like maybe in between breakfast and lunch, or maybe in between lunch and dinner, we will become so hungry. Of course, we'll be hungry. Sometimes we used to hide and drink Gary. I'm not saying you should break your host rules. This was my auntie. Yes, I know from the beginning I said it doesn't matter your relationship with the person, but this was my auntie. Yes, now family matter, no pay Yes. So in between that period, we'll hide sometimes and drink Gary because of course, but like we're not used to for the follow rules like that. You get. So those were her own rules, and when it was prayer time, everybody has to be up 5 a.m. It doesn't matter, you have to be up. All of this has to be followed even in her absence. Yes, even in her absence, we still need to follow all of these rules. She'll be at work once it's 5 a.m. When she's doing night shift, she will call up, hey, wake up, it's prayer time. You guys should wake up and start prayers. Lunchtime, breakfast, everything. And the good thing was there was a lot to eat and drink. Like it was like serve yourself, serve yourself, chop as you want. But the thing is, as you're eating that time, like you have to wait. You have to wait till the next time. Maybe breakfast. If you're eating breakfast, you eat heavy breakfast. If you're eating lunch, heavy lunch. But if it is not time for breakfast or lunch or dinner, you're not gonna eat anything. You're not gonna eat. So those were her rules. So we have to follow those rules because, of course, that is her house. But even though we had our way to play around it without her knowing. Auntie, if you watch this video, sorry, but we follow your rules, but we did our own thing, which was okay. Yeah. And again, if your host is the type that remove their shoes before entering the house, do the same. Even when they ask you not to remove your shoes, my dear, remove your shoes. That is a trap. They are trapping you for you to fall into that trap. So don't fall into it. Most of the times, do what they do and not what they say, if you get what I mean. Have my other phone here, my tripod, bottled water, my mic. Yeah. Hey everyone, you. Thanks goodness you all are doing good. As you can see, the Lord has been good to us all. Can I hear a very fat amen right there? And this is Raw and Real Tinash, and myself and I, we are doing good.